right now, so I appreciate you guys being here. Let's get into it. Alright, this piece is called Mouth of the Grand. Before curtains, Maestro eats radio silence to settle his stomach, stuffs one-liners into the lining of his party suit, gets lost in the cracking of knuckles while the lobby escalator coughs on the up and up. Opera house goes, Maestro, how's the day? How's that temper? Maestro goes writing something called Complaint pour un carousel. Sounds like real animals bored down the middle running round and round in circles. Rabbit shriek, deer tick, horse piss, and children blush. A joke, a joke. It's much worse than that. The press curls their edges. Big, bold, chatter flash real quick like, agents ask where to start with the media? In the middle. An act of showmanship, Maestro pushes the piano to the edge of the stage, gestures to a white dress in the front row. Would you be so kind? Opens the lid, leads her up the bench, across sheets of music, into the instrument, a shut case. Ladies and gentlemen, a feat in itself. Begins to play. Soft. All the dancing little anvils. Audience goes, thought you were going to play something our parents could listen to. But still, they prep the Titanic applause. Faster now with gusto, piano begins to drool, soaks the score, floods the keys, slovenly invalid. Louder still, riding the pedal like a midlife crisis. People want to know the private mind of the performing musician. Maestro thinks all my friends have become gurus or mimes. Climax comes and the piece gargles on sheer volume. Maestro rises, opens the lid, flosses the teeth of the piano. He wrings strips of red fabric out over the pit. Then, of course, clapping washes the whole thing clean. In the green room, light beer and smooth jazz. Note on the mirror says, I hope success tastes like you always wanted it to, sweet tooth. After curtains, the critics. Out on the street, Maestro passes an organ grinder, monkey-suited and copper groveling. His monkey grovels too. Sticks his hairy palms out, bears glossy eye and tooth like, could you spare? For a penny, you could feed him a mealworm. For a nickel, he'll crank the organ. For a quarter, you can play and he'll dance. What do you say, Maestro? He danced obedience. He danced absolute. He danced stutter step sickle and 1-2 shuffle shuffle. He danced. Not bad, virtuoso. Now the payment. Maestro blinks. He does not reach for his coin purse. Instead, pulls a small metronome from his pocket. Says, "Here, this will help you keep time." Organ grinder's posture goes bankrupt. Holds the metronome, turns to the monkey, says, "We can't eat this." Furious, he beats the animal, chasing it round and round in circles. At home, Maestro's trying to tune his suite, but none of the appliances sound right. Radio reeks vitriolic, sink chokes on itself, kettle squeals bloody murder. He hangs his party suit till it goes blue in the collar, flops into bed, gets lost in a twitching of legs while the ceiling fan hunts its own tail. Phone call in the dead of night. He answers. It's an old hang-up. You rang, you're always ringing. Maestro tries dirty talk, says, I'll cut off my ear, you'll carry it round and round and tell me secrets. Put it to your ear, ocean roar and sweet nothing. Old hang-up goes, great. Another deaf composer groping in the dark. Oh, sweet tooth, say something sweet. One beat of silence, then another one. Maestro can't perform. He hangs himself up. Coffee with the mime. Maestro takes it black. Mime drinks whipping cream with espresso dust. Maestro goes, nothing tastes like I thought it would. Mime does his impression of earnestness. Can't do the box, the rope, or take the wind, but he's world-renowned for pantomiming emotion. Critics keep dividing up the Maestro looking for his knife, finding nothing but ugly fractions. Am I a hack? Pulp? Am I a lark? Pop? Mime impersonates disgust. Gags his coffee spoon for emphasis. Lunch with the guru. Can't get a word in edgewise. The guru goes, if you're feeling down, try throwing yourself into your work. Enjoy life. This is not a dress rehearsal. Perhaps you've been focusing too much on saving. Never underestimate the power of the human touch. Life is a school. Why not try taking the curriculum? Love is a present you can give every single day. Clever girl paint his clothes black at the end of each day. Think, what has this day brought me? What have I given it? Maestro orders a plate of tender mussels. The guru orders a plate of fortune cookies. Another show tonight. Before curtains, Maestro microwaves his pride, stretches out his broken leg, finds himself in an elevator song while the air conditioning hums in the perfect time. Opera house goes, conductor, what's the weather? What's good? Maestro's working on the big one. Calls it Oh, Les Humanités. Sounds like the end of the airship era. Last gas, big boom, bad dream, and little death. Already the slow, low-temperature, flameless smoke of criticism stings his eyes. He can cry soot. The press holds a conference. In the arms of the press, the conference feels safe and warm. But the conference grows impatient, fussy, wants down. By the time the press addresses the notion of self-indulgence, the conference worms free, wets itself, and bounds out the door for the performance hall. Cocksure and puppy-chested, Maestro pushes the piano to the edge of the stage. Again. No dresses in the front row. No dresses anywhere, actually. No mime, no guru, no old hang-up. Nothing but party suits waiting to be impressed. Feeling down, Maestro throws himself into his work. Opens the lid, leads himself up the bench, across sheets of music into the instrument. A shut case. Ladies and gentlemen, intake the phenomenon, a thing and a thing. Playing from the inside out. Soft. Plucking all the sinewy strings. Audience goes, finally, something we can dance to. They do the cockroach, the death waltz, the Charleston, faster still with moxie, fingers begin to bleed a bit, legs cramped from pumping the pedals. Maestro thinks it's okay to cry inside the belly of a whale. Climax comes as a conniption fit. Maestro rips out piano wire in fistfuls, stuffs it into his mouth, sucks the polish off. If applause came, it got lost on the way. In the green room, gauze and spit bucket. Note on the mirror says, there are no small parts, only small actors. Stay small, sweet tooth. After curtains, the critically acclaimed, with lacerated gums, Maestro calls up the mime. Neither can properly talk, but the mime does such a convincing impression of sympathy it's felt through the phone. He goes, take advantage of a fixed point. Locate this point with your body. Keep it motionless in space. Add lines to your fixed point. Then relative distance between the two becomes your construction block. Fix and unfix yourself. Inhabit the physical theater. Ask, am I reversing the pattern of actual motion? The trailing sentiment in the mime does not support any weight, but rather represents the weight-bearing feelings of a normal man. Through the mouthful of blood, Maestro goes, yeah, well, at least I can pretend to do the box. Silence hits at 350 hertz plus 440 hertz, the concert pitch of A440 in the key of dial tone. Old hang-up meets up at the old hangout. She goes, I'm worried about the guru. He's being sued for false advertising. The mime, hospitalized, attempting to impersonate longing. And you, are you trying to disintegrate yourself? Maestro does spit takes into his bedpan, tongues ice chips from his whiskey glass, cowboys the conversation by popping one in the jukebox and asks, have you ever bought an entire album just to listen to one love song? They dance quiet, they dance homespun, they dance idle hand, under, over, sway step, stumble, stumble, they dance, they dance. Old hang-up goes, if this isn't slow motion, I don't know what is. She slips her thumb into the Maestro's mouth, runs it along his teeth. Drunk walking down 9th Avenue. Something left unsaid, a thought still in a head, in and of itself. Maestro hunts down a fixed point, gathers himself. In the alley, the organ grinder tunes his machine. Burning the midnight oil, virtuoso? Maestro goes, where's the monkey? He says, I had to eat him. Why? I was hungry, he was sick, and I didn't have a shovel to bury him. How was it? When mothers eat their young, they don't stop to think about the taste, but really, just empty calories. AM separates into gentle static. Kneeling at his bedside, Maestro prays for small things. Sleep comes full of fits. A dream. Maestro is sailing the open sea on a hollowed-out drum. His sail, a harp, hums the alphabet into a toy harmonica. He plays for no one, and in this, he's happy. Drinks salt water, burps a nonsense chorus. Ahoy the horizon, an empty line of music. But soon, great tremors from beneath. Hole in the ironclad, instruments fall from tune, grand beast bellows, and Maestro is capsized, seizing in the mouth of a whale. Magnificent fish belly, he lulls through brine, thinks, if a puppet can survive this, so can I. But then, the curtains of its inside contract. Being digested, Maestro becomes palatable. Wakes in a strong set, wipes dust from his eyes, hack cough and back scratch morning. All is still. Last show tonight. Only thing Maestro's got to do is leave the house. Simple. He thinks the worst part about shaving is having to look at yourself for so long. Clears the counter, wets the razor. On the last run-through, the small space between nose and lip, he nicks himself. Blocks a tight ball of toilet paper till it's polka-dotted red. Just has to leave the house. Paces the house. Kitchen, turning appliances, refrigerator blues lichen, oven spills chlorine, coffee machine gargles, stale taps, still bleeds, sphinx. The head and face are highly vascular, that's why. Leave the house. Already black little dots of stubble working their way up through the skin. So much hair on the body, like stuffed with straw. Keys and briefcase, and the front door is right in front of the Maestro. And reaching for the knob, it shocks him. He goes, wait, I know this one. Rubber in the sole, building up static charges. Simple. Simple not reaching for the knob again. So much not to do. Bleeding, still, leaving, still, the house. Stuck in a fixed point. Maestro gets lost in the mouth of all things grand and absolute. Thank you.